Hey there, everybody. How are you today? Thanks for checking in. Fun episode today as we focus on ownership and responsibility. So, an awesome opportunity from follow-up yesterday is that I took one of the first steps towards committing to the 4 agreements that I referenced yesterday, which was do not assume. So, stopping the assumptions. And so, I'm proud to say I only had one lapse, and it was pulling out of a parking garage at a very busy area and assuming that people were going to wait their turn, and they did not. But instead of getting angry right away, I paused for a second and realized that it's I shouldn't assume that they're just going to know that I'm here, or I'm not going to assume that they think that it's my turn. And the peace that came over me in that moment was just awesome. And it's those little things every single day, those little moments that start adding up and becoming such a big deal, and then it closed the night in such a peaceful way. Instead, in the past, I'd get so upset. Oh, what is that person thinking? Whatever. Anyway, so try that. Love to know if you've tried any of the 4 agreements, if you even looked into it. So going back to today being ownership and taking responsibility. There is a quote, and quotes like books, only collect dust if they're not applied. So I'm going to show you something that I've applied every single day, and it changed my life. So if you're ready to change your life, actually do this, and it's a fun activity. It's really quick. Find this picture online, take a picture, put it on your mirror, and then repeat after me. Look in the mirror. You are now looking at the person who is responsible for your happiness. It didn't say her happiness, his happiness, my boss's happiness, my friend's happiness, my spouse's happiness, my partner's happiness, nothing like that. My friend's happiness, my family, nobody else's happiness. You are responsible, and so you're looking at the person who is responsible for your happiness. So I'd love to ask you to try that out and see what happens when you say it out loud and you're looking back at yourself. Because you can fill in that word happiness with anything. You're the one looking at the person who's responsible for your career. You're the one who's you're looking at the person who's responsible for your marriage. You're looking at the person who's responsible for your relationships, friendships, job, whatever that is for you, you're the one responsible. And the minute you realize that, and the minute you take ownership of that, and stop looking for excuses like there's a reward for it, your life will change dramatically. Just try it in some small area. And so my action item today is to apply that, right? So yesterday's action item was to look into the 4 agreements and try to apply one. So today I'm going to add on holding myself accountable for being responsible for my happiness, right? Just holding myself accountable. So I've been trying to really trim up and really feel healthy and strong. And one of those things is to drink as much water as possible. Your body loves water. That's a basic nutrition understanding. I don't claim to be a scientist by any means. However, in my pursuit of taking ownership, I've been drinking these little bottles as a way of just constantly refreshing myself. But what happens is that I run out of those water bottles when I'm, working out in the yard or doing something. And so my excuse for not drinking water, and instead of going to soda or anything else, is, well, I ran out of the water bottles. So a good friend of mine proposed yesterday that the reason why he's in the greatest shape of his life is that he drinks one of these, and he just carries it around until it's gone. And if he carries it around until it's gone, it's guaranteed you're going to drink a lot of water. So try that out. That's another fun activity. But the whole thing is taking ownership. I look forward to hearing your stories. I look forward to hearing your experiences, something that you've tried that's really changed your life. But the bottom line is this: you own your life, you own your career, you own your job, you own your marriage, whatever that looks like. And if anything's off, look at what you could do to take those next steps. A quick reference that keeps in mind for my perspective, for my marriage, for relationships, whatever that is something that my dad always told me, which is ABD. A, always, B, D, dating. So anytime my marriage seems off or isn't quite working the way that I'm expecting to, I look back and I think, okay, what was I doing when I was dating? What did I do right that really seemed to make an impact? And am I doing that today? And if I'm not doing it today, then I need to start. And just start taking steps and make that happen. So take your steps. I appreciate you for joining today. I wish you the greatest day ever, and go get them.